Okay, guys, so we're definitely into autumn at this point, even though it started just 3 days ago. Today is Sunday, September 24th. Wow, the weekend is flying by. And we're already 3 days into fall, and the weather has suddenly just flipped. And 3 days ago, we had a bright, sunny, warm, 73, 74-degree day. And then that evening, I think it was like the 22nd, it suddenly started getting cool and the clouds started moving in. And it's been cool, windy, and rainy ever since, with temperatures in like the high 50s, which is really pretty chilly given that September has been a beautiful month so far. And we've had temperatures in the high 70s for the most part, and then maybe 60s at night. But it's never really gotten colder than mid 60s at night until a few days ago. And now all of a sudden, we're into autumn just on time. I mean, it hit right when the autumn equinox happened, which was just a few days ago. So now we're definitely into pumpkin season and spiced cider season, and I am enjoying my usual coffee drink. And the reason I'm making this video is because not just to record the fact that we're having deliciously autumn weather, and it's a sort of very quiet Sunday afternoon, and I'm just, you don't want to do anything because you just want to cuddle up with like a good movie and a coffee and, some brownies or something like that. But I can no longer purchase open containers of coffee. I'm a coffee person. If I don't have coffee, I can't function and I can't wake up. That's like a fatigue issue right there. But coffee is pretty much the only drug that I need to get me going. Once I have coffee, I'm pretty good. Somebody who knows exactly what I do in this unit seemed to have figured that out a while ago and has started tampering with open containers of coffee grounds or coffee crystals, like instant coffee, over the last year. And it got to the point where every time I tried to make a cup of coffee with an open container of coffee grounds that had somehow been tampered with or vandalized, I would get instantly sick from drinking that coffee, even with the boiling water. Like, you would think that if anybody is vandalizing your food and putting nasty stuff in it when you're out for the day or, down the hall for a few minutes with the door unlocked, that the boiling water would neutralize whatever chemicals or crap that they're putting in your open containers of coffee grounds or coffee crystals. But it's obviously some type of chemical substance that they're putting in there because hot water doesn't neutralize it. So a couple of months ago, after wrapping up a 6-week-long temporary work project and getting sick every single time I tried to have a cup of coffee from an open container of coffee grounds or coffee crystals, I started buying these single-serve bottles and never got sick from drinking coffee again. So that's how like when you change your way of doing things because you suspect that somebody is trying to tamper with the way that you do it normally. So normally I had like a large container of instant coffee, a big jar, basically out on my kitchen counter. And there's a career criminal who's also a homicidal psychopath and a registered sex offender named Jasmine Irizarry, who lived in the bathroom that's behind this wall right here for 9 of the last 10 years. And in spite of multiple complaints, the management of this building has chosen not to remove her from the building, even though she's literally a very dangerous person to herself and to others, and has been breaking and entering into this unit for years. In fact, in 2013, just after she was moved into this building, she started unlocking the door to my unit, which is over there. And she would unlock it while I was lying in bed, just, sleeping or relaxing. And she would stand in the doorway and show me that she could unlock the door from the outside. So that's how you know you're dealing with somebody who is not even remotely normal. And this person over the last 10 years has repeatedly stolen items out of this unit, often, valuable items and things that my mother had given me, gifts. My wallet was stolen, things like that. But she also likes to tamper with people's food. And I started figuring this out the hard way when I would leave brand new mugs of coffee or tea that I had just made out on the counter, go down the hall for a couple of minutes to use a common bathroom. I wouldn't lock my door because you think, oh, why would anybody come in here, right? and then would start drinking the coffee or tea that had been left out on the counter, would get immediately violently sick. Yeah, that's how you know that you've got a breaker and enterer, and also somebody who is homicidal. Because whatever they're putting in your coffee or tea to make you sick could also kill you. But all of that stopped as soon as I started buying these sealed up single serve bottles of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Sometimes I get Starbucks bottles as well, but they're sealed, so you know if it's been tampered with. And I haven't gotten sick from drinking coffee or tea since I started buying sealed up single serve bottles of coffee and tea. So that's how you know that the illness that you were experiencing before from drinking coffee or tea from containers that were open and, you know, accessible to the homicidal psychopath who keeps getting in here, when it stops happening, when you change your way of doing things, you know you're onto something, and that the problem isn't with you or your imagination, it's with somebody who keeps getting in here, vandalizing your food and drinks. So I am thoroughly enjoying the rest of this bottle of coffee. I haven't gotten sick from drinking coffee in months, now that I've changed up my way of drinking coffee, and now I have to buy single serve bottles. And it works. So the homicidal psychopath who keeps managing to get in here and vandalizing other things in this unit, most recently stealing a pair of scissors that I had left by the door a couple of weeks ago that I was using to cut up pieces of tinfoil and plastic to cover areas of this unit that I suspect she might have placed some type of device in here. She's a cyber criminal as well. Basically just, you know, a career criminal that the landlord is using to harass tenants that they are trying to get rid of. She keeps getting in here and my scissors have disappeared, but at least my coffee is safe and I haven't gotten sick from drinking a bottle of coffee in months. And I'm enjoying this one and just loving the cool gray weather that we've got outside.